Well, hello, everybody. This is Tommy Boy, and I'm on my first broadcast ever here. So, hope everybody is having a fantastic day so far. I'm going to get this out of my ear real quick. I apologize. First time around here. We'll figure it all out here. Y'all got any of them drop weeks? All right, we're ready to rock and roll here. We're ready to go. So appreciate y'all bearing with me through that. And like I said, this is going to be the first of hopefully many broadcasts to come from the Checkers and Wreckers live broadcasting. I guess I'm going to have to figure that one out. We'll have guest broadcaster in with me, Daniel Cummings. He'll be here shortly. And outside of that. We're in for a good race here from the Outlaw Race Series. Let me get everything up. It is Outlaw Dirt Series. They don't just do dirt though. I was talking to the owner, and they're doing other things on top of that. So it's going to be a fun, interesting time to watch. And we're just waiting for everybody to go through. I think most of these guys have ran their qualifying runs at this point. And we are just waiting to grid up for some heats here. They do some random heats. Sorry, I am a little out of breath. We'll get caught up here. So appreciate everybody watching here with us tonight. Like I said, we're going to run through a few bumps and bruises through the way, as this is a first ever here at Checkers and Wreckers. But we're going to have fun regardless. Looks like Bailey Hip right now set the top time with 27.121. Kevin Dedman in second. Jim, I'm going to have to get some glasses here. Jim Rivas, Barrett Bishop, Tyler Jackson, Casey Brunson. Tyler Jackson, yep, Barrett Bishop, Casey Brunson. Steve Robbins in seventh there. Steve Robbins has a lot to do with this league here, so good shout out to Steve there. And bear with me. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Because like I said, it's first ever for me. And hopefully we're going to do all right here. So keep going down here. Steve Robbins, R.J. Packer, Rocky Battenfield, Milo Velez, Justin Velez, Daniel Worthington, Thomas Eskew, Ronald Piles, Dominic Merkley, Adam Scalia. And look at that. We are ready to go here. Ready to go racing at the Outlaw Dirt Series here tonight. So, on the starting grid, I don't have any fancy starting grid yet, so you're going to have to bear with me there. But starting on the pole, we got the number 191 of Bailey Hip. Starting second, Casey Brunson. Starting third, Justin Velez. Fourth in the 119, Adam Scalia. Fifth in the 511, Eric Jones. Sixth, Alex Cummings. Seventh, Josh Rinnerson. Eighth, we have Andrew Werler Jr. And ninth, Donald Depew. And 10th, Daniel Cummings Jr. DCJ gonna wheel it. Can he wheel it from the front to the back here? We will see. Everybody is greeting up. And this should be a good one. Is that Daniel Cummings Jr. right there? How are you, sir? So we'll come from the back here. We'll start. We'll pace around with you in the. We'll see if we can get in your cockpit here and see what you see as you go around for a couple pace laps and fire off the start here. Kind of a little interesting thing here. We're not gonna. We're in the car with you now, Dan. So how's your night going? So now you didn't qualify here or anything like that. This is a random draw heat, correct? You didn't make it up there. All right, 10-4. So they used to do some random draw heats in this league. So like I said, I am fairly new, but hey, we'll get with it here. Appreciate everybody bearing with us here tonight as we walk through our first broadcast. And always kind of fun. Hey, Checkers and Wreckers boys like to change things up. Why not bring in a broadcaster to help out? That is right here in the car and doing some fun stuff like that. Yeah, this is a long track, and it seems like some of these tracks, you go to the Chili Bowl, and that pace car wants to go 70 miles an hour. Around here, it's like 35. It's interesting how they make the decipher the differences there. So outside of, I guess this is a 2 lap pace lap too, isn't it? Going green around this time. So we'll stick in with Dan Cummings here as he takes off. We'll take a look up. We got the in-car Bailey Hip here as he's up front to watch the pace car, but not always something we get to see. I think Dan is a solid driver here, and we'll get a chance to watch him fire through the field and watch some action, see if he can pass a couple people here to get going here, and then we'll switch around, watch some action up front, Dan. But I've got you the whole night, don't I? He's in the car. Whoa! Sorry, I can't be yelling at you there. So they're on it there. They're on it. They're on the loud pedal. And Dan Cummings is going to take the outside here. It looks like everybody lines up to about where they were. Bailey Hip and Justin Velez actually takes the lead. And nope, not enough there. Bailey Hip, Casey Brunson, Eric Johnson, or John, sorry, Adam Scalia. And we're going to bump up here and see what we can look at out here now. So we got a battle for the lead here between Casey Brunson and Bailey Hip. Bailey Hip going on the inside there. Casey Brunson, see if he's got enough to get around him there on the inside. I think he's going to. Ooh, I don't know who actually got that one there, but here we go. They're going around again. See if Bailey Hip can pull it out from the hip here. I think he's going to have it there. He's got it. He takes the lead there. Bailey Hip up to the front there. Casey Brunson in second. Eric Jones in third. Alex Cummings in fourth. And we check in. Daniel Cummings back. You're back there in ninth. You doing all right back there, DCJ? They are in a crash. So it happens there. Hey, it happens to the best of them there. So bear with me here. All righty. So sorry about that. We're on lap 4 out of 10, almost halfway through here. Bailey Hip still in first, battling with Casey Brunson here. And then we go back. We got Eric Jones, Jox Reinerson, Alex Cummings, and Donald Depew there. And then we got Daniel Cummings and Justin Velez. We've got some other guys back there. Justin Velez, Andrew Werley, and Adam Scalia. So not a bad battle up here, but it seems like Bailey Hip is starting to run away with it. And Dan Cummings, you're in the wall, or other people are in the wall here? Hey, and sometimes that's the best time to get around them is when they're making the mistake. Another car on the bottom. So Dan's coming up through some traffic here. We got 5 laps to go here, and Bailey Hip's still in the lead. Dan Cummings up to 5th, so pulling up through the way here. How far are you from the 4th place? You got a little gap there. Tell me when you're catching up there. I want to see some passing here because we got a little action up front here, Dan. Bailey Hip, Casey Brunson just not going to let him go. Going to keep him at the hip. With 4 to go as we cross the line right now. And it's been a good battle here. Hip is he made his way from first to second and then back to first, and he seemed to really have it. It seems like Brunson's going to grab him on the inside, but then Hip just able to pull off on the outside of the turns there, and it has the momentum because these street stocks, that's what it's about, right, DCJ? Exactly, all about the momentum. And Brunson and Hip come to a little bump there. We got 3 laps to go. Dan, how are you doing back there? You catching that 4th place car? Are you guys related, Alex Cummings? Are you guys cousins? Nope. No relation. All right. So that was a quick no by Dan there. So here we go. Casey Brunson and Bailey Hip still battling it out here now for the lead. This is a fun one here to watch, I'll tell you that, because Casey Brunson looks like he may come around and have something on him here, but only time will tell here, Dan, is we're going to come around. We got a little lap traffic, so that's going to slow him around. But the 511 into Casey Brunson. That's going to end Casey Brunson's run for the lead, run for the win. And Bailey Hipp looks to take this one. I know there's still 2 to go, but Bailey Hipp now has a heck of a lead on the field here. So we're going to go back. We're going to see Alex Cummings. We got a battle here between Alex, Josh, and some other guys. And Daniel, are you catching him here? Yeah, whoa, there comes Daniel. He comes full sending to him there. I switched the screen right there to you so everybody sees. Hey, is the transfer spot on the line, Dan? And I don't think you got it there, Dan. I think so. Bailey Hipp in first, second, Alex Cummings, third, Casey Brunson, fourth, Josh Reinerson, and fifth, Daniel Cummings Jr., sixth, Donald Depew, seventh, Justin Velez, eighth, Andrew Werwell. I'm sorry on that one, Jr. Adam Scalia and Eric Jones finalized the field there. So not a bad first race there, Dan, but you couldn't get it pulled up there, and it was a little tough.
Nope, I was in the transfer spot, bud. Fifth transfer zone, so I'm in the feature. Thought it was top 4.
Well, that's what we like to hear. There you go. So Dan did make the feature.
All right.
So now we have the next. We're going to grid up for the next one. Like I said, I do apologize. I don't have a starting grid. We'll get there sometime here, but we've got Andrew Bryant. Yes, this is iRacing. So Kevin Dedman is on pole. Steve Robbins in second. Daniel Worthington's going to start third. Peter Cobberly there in fourth. Tyler Bushy in fifth. Sixth, Brenda Doell. Seventh, Dennis Gardner. Eighth, John West. And ninth, Benjamin J. Gonzalez. So a solid field here. We will see what we have here, because I know some Kevin Dedman's a fast one. Steve Robbins is a fast one. He's an old street stock champion of another league there. So, you got some good guys here on the front row at least.
Oh, for sure. I got to go with Steve Robbins on this one.
Absolutely.
He's my teammate.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's a DDR guy there. So you got to shout it out to everybody there.
He's going to have his hands full with Kevin Dedman here.
Absolutely. Kevin Dedman and that Dirty Grass Souls. I really like to look at these street stocks. They really look sharp. And I shout out to all the painters that do a great job there. Gotta love the Dynaco. Hey, you're a Lightning McQueen guy. Look back there at Brenda's car, the Dynaco car there. So that's always fun to see when you
cool.
You incorporate that into it. Yeah. So give everybody their due here. Go to Benjamin Gonzalez. And we have ran through the field. Now we are just waiting to pace here. So
the deadly pace lap.
Check out the Outlaws Dirt Series if you're looking for some fun and entertaining action here. So they said they can't hear you. Hopefully I did turn it up. I think we can hear him now. That was my fault. I got so worried when I'm getting everything going.
I was running a little late. Sorry about that.
No, hey, it wasn't you. That was on me. That was me running a little late and not hitting the button that I needed to hit. So, but hey, this is the inaugural night of the Checkers and Wreckers broadcasting. So it seems to, hopefully this is can be an ongoing thing here. I'm looking forward to it. It seems it can be a little fun.
Oh, no. Yeah, we're going green. Here we go.
And they're off. They're on that loud pedal. Kevin Dedman takes a heck of a lead there on Steve Robbins. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. I'm messy. My son came in and said he's messy. He's always messy.
It's going to start slicking off. You'll see more guys going to the top.
So is that a line that they usually run here at USA is the top?
Well, early on, it's pretty one-sided. But when the bottom starts to slick off, then you'll see the top come in. Then it should go back to the bottom.
Sorry about that there. You're going to see a little
I believe
pop.
He's going to reset the feature. So maybe towards the B main, we'll see a slightly more slicked off track. But
so we got Kevin Dedman here in first. Steve.
We got the 13 in the wall.
Daniel Worthington and Steve Robbins going at it here for the second and third place position. But Steve Robbins, he's there in the 73. He looks to have the better line right now, but I'm not exactly sure. Coming outside and around the turns, it looks like that Daniel Worthington seems to really pep it up there.
If he can't get him cleared, he's going to get the momentum back off the corner.
So that's like we said before, that momentum, that's a huge thing in these cars. You got to look out for the momentum. You got to keep that momentum. You don't want to spin the tires. You don't want to turn too far in. There's a lot of things that you got to think of, but when it comes to it, it seemed like this was the car that really got me into dirt. I was able to control it the most of any dirt car. So is this a good entry-level car? Not saying these are entry-level drivers by any means, but for anybody looking to get into iRacing dirt, is this a good starter car? Is this what you would recommend for people starting out?
Well, I would definitely recommend starting out in the street stock. They're probably the easiest on dirt.
And then, like I said,
the iRacing has it set up so you do the dirt legends with the street stocks, and the legends, I believe, are one of the harder cars to drive. So
I completely agree with you on that one there. So we are halfway through the battle now, and Steve Robbins and Daniel Worthington still battling it out here for 2 and 3. And
it's a good battle right there.
Absolutely,
always got him cleared.
Yep, and that's what I was gonna say. All it takes is just that one. Oh, but no, I don't know if he's got him cleared or not. He brought him right back into him.
Yep, Steve was that's good driving. He didn't clear or he didn't close off the top line, so he let him drive. He's letting him race.
There he goes. So he's not going to pinch him off there, but at this point he is.
I think that a lot of guys on iRacing don't do.
He wants to keep right. No, exactly. He wants to keep a respectable level, but at the same time, you try to get into that guy's head too and say, you know what? I'm not going to let you do this, but you don't want to give that bottom line up for a slider. And with these street stocks, it's not so much a slide job. But they come and you're gonna door you. Whoa, and they come into each other a little. So unfortunate there for Daniel Worthington is Steve Robbins and him connect there. I'm not sure exactly who that was, but he lost all momentum there. Falls back to fourth, and they're taking the top 5 out of this one as well. Dan, correct?
Top 5 in each heat.
There you go. Thankful we've
got. Brenda made it up to 5th there. I was watching that battle as Steve got into the 13 there, so I didn't see what happened.
So Kevin Dedman still with a good lead there. Then we got the Dynaco car here on the transfer spot, so we'll see with 3 laps to go if Peter might be able to reel them in, because I think we're pretty much single file. We'll double check up front just to make sure. But yeah, we're pretty much single file there. So we'll step back to the transfer spot. We'll see if we got anything there. I think we got a little action here going for 6th and 7th, so we'll keep it here for a second. So really, and we'll just walk through, but with these street stocks right there, the 652, to make a pass really on these street stocks, you're not going to go around somebody. You're going to have to kind of get up inside of them, kind of push them up a little. Am I correct there, Dan?
Yeah, kind of.
With especially as the track slicks off more and more.
I think once the track slicks off a little bit more on the bottom, you'll be able to make passes on the top.
With the fresh dirt up there, you're saying?
Yeah, you'll get the momentum off the corner a little bit more than they will.
Absolutely. So that's a good little tidbit there, and that's what we are watching there. The 820, they're just able to ride that momentum, and Kevin Dedman does take the checkered flag on this one. Steve Robbins in second, Tyler Bushy in third, Dana Worthington takes fourth, and Brenda Doell, and I hope I'm saying that right, Duell, in the transfer position there in the Dynaco car. What was the name of the Dynaco character? Do you remember?
In the movie? No, I don't.
I can't remember that one either, but what a great movie. I will say that. That's a classic for sure. So here we go. We got our next heat popping off here, and we're going to be ready to rock out here.
Another team car in this one.
So I'm guessing we have the Brad Haldane is going to be in this one, but we'll wait and see here. Sorry for the flash in there. So yep, we got Jim Rivas going to start on the pole of this one. Starting in, so you know what? I'm gonna wait here until we pull up onto the track and get a little action going there. That way we'll show everybody's pains here as we got plenty of time to walk through this starting field as they pace here. So there's DC3, the next world champion iRacer generation there. So starting on the pole, we got Jim Rivas starting second. Next to him, we've got RJ Packer. In third, Thomas Eskew, and starting in fourth, the 26 of Michael McKay. Look at that little Superman, like the black Superman, Dan. Did you see that?
Oh, no, I didn't. Which one?
Starting fourth there, Michael McKay. And
Michael
in
McKay.
fifth, in the 737, we got Kyler Weisenberger. In sixth, the 17 of Cameron Lichtner. And seventh, Nick Van in the 812. And then in eighth, in the DDR, we've got Brad Haldane. In ninth, the 71 of Brian Otto. And 10th, we've got the 69 of Michael Thompson. And that's a little Nightmare Before Christmas paint there. That's interesting. And Brad Haldane and Michael Thompson get into it right there. Michael Thompson gets right into the butt end. So nothing better than starting off and getting a little tap in from the back. Just saying, hey, I guess I'm here. You ever like to just knock on somebody's door, let them know you're there before the race?
I prefer not to. It's a good way to get wrecked in turn one.
So if you look, the 22, the Thomas Eskew, that's a pretty sharp paint. He's got some gold on there. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if we can get and the 26 there. I gotta love these these spec maps here. And they are off. The 21 of Jim Rivas gets a good start there. And coming from third there, the Thomas Eskew gets a heck of a run there and pushes up there and gets his way into second there, DCJ.
Looking good. See if we can get him. Who's the leader there, Rivas?
Yeah,
see if we can get around him on the top there.
So now we are starting to see, you see that glow of the sun? That is definitely slicking off there on the bottom. So like you said, I think these guys are going to start taking that high line, try to gain a little momentum, and it'll be an interesting one to see here. So let's go back. We got a good little, we got 2-3 wide action here. Let's see, we got a battle.
Yeah, for the transfer spot.
And that's fourth and fifth and sixth. I mean, yeah, we got a good battle here in this one. We got Kyle Weisenberger, Michael McKay, and Nick Van going at it here. Battling out, like Dan said, for that transfer position. 3 guys going for one spot. See if they can do that for the entire race. Boy, that would be a fun one. But in the meantime, RJ Parker did get around Thomas Eskew there for that second place position. But I don't want to miss this transfer spot because we got some good action here. Oh, coming in. Let's see. Oh, he turns him around. Completely turns him around there. The 4, I believe that was Michael McKay, gets under him, doesn't let up. And, Brad Haldane gets in the transfer spot for a second. And Nick Van ended up getting under him there. So we'll see here as we are in the transfer position now. We'll see what these guys can do as we are coming to the halfway point of this race. Ooh, I wonder if Brad should have stayed low there for a second because it looked like he was.
He could have crossed him over there. That would have been a good pass.
Right. Yeah, it looked like he lost a lot of momentum, kind of just bumping back up there. But we're going to see, does Brad have what it takes as he gets down here? He's trying to cool off those tires, trying to cool off in the grass there.
Remember that in the DCJ training program, bud.
Exactly. So here we have, we are back, Nick Van, and it looks like Cameron Linder. Sorry, I said Lichtner before, but I think it's Linder. Cameron Linder is coming up and making his statement. Everybody's going to do what they can. We got 5 laps to go. But actually, it looks like Nick Van is starting to pull away with that transfer spot, Dan.
That's not looking good for Brad here. We'll see if he can't get the bottom figured out. There's still a little bit there.
And it looks like he caught a little bit there, but unfortunately, it looks like Cameron Linder is gonna get around him. I don't know if now Brad's trying to go for that midline there, so it looks like he's maybe comfortable where he's at, but if you do not progress, there is no alphabet soup here, is there? It's make it or break it, right?
No, they got DC and B mains listed.
Okay, fair enough. So he's got another opportunity to bring it in. He just needs to just show a little patience, and we'll get around there, and we might be able to do it here.
If he doesn't make it through this, it should put him on second row inside of the B main.
One of these days, I'm going to have to figure out how that's all done. But, hey, we're battling for the lead now. Jim Rivas and R.J. Parker going at it. R.J. going on the bottom. Can he get him, Dan? Can he get him?
Ooh.
I don't think he's going to have the momentum coming off the turn. No, he doesn't. 2 laps to go here.
Here you go.
Boy, he's going to be going at him the entire time here. That's for sure. R.J. Parker's not going to give up. They are going door to door here for the final. They're going to be boxing it out here for the remainder of this race. RJ's going to go to that bottom every time. But right now, it seems like that bottom line, I mean, you're going to really have to do something to get around them and keep that momentum in that bottom line.
The slider line's there.
And he's trying to throw it. Here it comes. Can he get around? No, he's not going to get him on this one.
Not going to get the momentum.
Not on that one. And that was too little too late, I think. And we got one more turn to go at it here. He's going to throw it, but I don't think he's going to have the momentum to come off of the turn here.
He's not going to get him.
No, he does not. Jim Rivas takes the checkered flag. R.J. Packer in second. Thomas Eskew third. Michael McCade fourth. Nick Fan fifth. Brad Haldane sixth. Cameron Linder in seventh. Michael Thompson in eighth. Brian Orto in ninth. And Kyle Weisenberger finishes off this heat race here in 10th. All righty, we're lining up here for the next race. We got another 10-lap action to go here, and it promises to be another fun one, that's for sure.
Looks like we got a VLR guy, Rocky Battenfield. Not sure. Tyler Jackson.
Hopefully they, I accidentally joined on this one. I did the wrong thing. I joined, then I was, I need to watch. And I realized, now I can't watch. So hopefully they give me the good old black flag and I'm not causing too much issues here. But we will see.
Gotcha, bud.
Say that again.
Got you. I did it for you.
Thank you very much. I don't want to cause more issues than I already do. I do that well enough on my own. Here we go. They're running off here. That's a nice little paint scheme there on the number 8 of Tyler Jackson. And let me get ready for that. So Jack's EDM, Tyler Jackson there. And starting second, you got Rocky Battenfield. And like you said, VLR. Starting third, Ronald Piles in the FVRN. Starting fourth in the number 5. I cannot read that one. I do apologize, but that is Justin Brown. Starting fifth, Ryan Stillwell. That's a familiar name there. Starting sixth, we've got Shane Yates. And starting seventh, Corey Budinot. You're going to have to help me out with that one because I'm not exactly sure how that goes.
I don't know how to say that one either.
And Cody McKnight is going to start 8 next to him. And final, to end off this heat, we've got Topper Dugas. So we'll see. Do you have a pick for a winner on this one, Dan?
Oh, I'm going to have to go with Rocky Battenfield on this.
That's what, you see the VLR stamp, and, these guys are probably going to have something for you. So,
Rocky's a street stock guy.
No, well, there you go. But it's hard not to go with the guy on the pole. I'm going to go with Tyler Jackson here. We'll see what he's got here.
Oh, he's fast. I don't know him that well, but I do know he's pretty fast. Obviously, starting on the pole. So.
Well, that is your first intention that you are fast, Dan. You are very correct there. You are on it. You have a career in this. I'll tell you what.
Doubt it. I prefer to stick to the driving side of it, but
And they are off, hammered down. They're on the loud pedal, the number 8. And Tyler Jackson and Rocky Battenfield going to go at it. They are sticking very close to each other.
We're going to have a side-by-side battle here. He's going to get the momentum off the top. Oh, man, there's a mess behind them.
Yes, there is.
They're
going 3 wide. Look at that here. We got Jonathan Brown here coming around. And no, that wasn't Jonathan Brown. I'm sorry. I thought that was the red car there. But let's see here. We got Battenfield does make it out to the front. Tyler Jackson in second. Jonathan Brown there in third. Shane Yates in fourth. Ronald Piles right now Ryan Stillwell. So we got a nice little battle here for the transfer spot. So
they're going to get into each other.
They both saved it. Good job. On the transfer position and see what we can do because, boy, it seems like it's going to be a fun one here. And we got guys making it in here. The 60, who's that? Ronald Piles coming up behind him. So lap 3 of 10. The action is not giving way. They're not going in that choo-choo yet, not lining up in the single file formation. They want to give us a show. They're here to do it. The Outlaws Dirt Series. I'll tell you what, you say a show's going to be broadcasted, and guys really show up to race, and this has been pretty clean racing so far, Dan, outside of what you came through, I guess.
Oh, well, when the league first started, yeah, it was a little rough, but we've worked on it. Steve Robbins is actually the one that's put a lot of work into it, so I was trying to show him a little support and help him get a crowd in here. So looks like we did that.
Absolutely, and hey, that's I was not taking anything away, but I heard them mention before this is a little bigger crowd, so hopefully we're doing our part here at Checkers and Wreckers and helping the iRacing community out. If you're looking for a broadcast yourself, just get a hold of us here, and we'll see what we can do because we like to have fun here. It's a good time here, and we're still battling out for this 5th position here. We got Ryan Stillwell, Ronald Piles going at it. Shane Yates is in the mix. Boy, out there, who do you think comes into this transfer position here, Dan?
Oh, it's hard to say right now. This is pretty hard battle.
Ever. We're halfway through, and man, they're keeping it clean here for this transfer position. I got to give them that. I mean, they're going door to door.
Anybody that the street stocks knows that they beat and bang a lot more than any of the other cars.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, these can take a lot more action. So that little rubbing, that was a little more than rubbing there. But hey, all 4 of them keep it clean, and all 4 of them are going to continue to run for that transfer position. Ryan Stillwell. And Ronald Piles there is actually Ronald Piles
in the wall.
So the FVRN machine here now. Did he not quite? Let's see here. Yeah, that's Ronald Piles. So he makes up to the 4th, and it looks like he's clean now of that nerve-wracking foursome that they had going on. It looks like that is kind of
locked down the transfer spot here.
That is kind of separated. So now, yeah, we got Corey and Ryan going to go at it here. And you know what? I got to give Corey credit here. He painted his car up. I saw his Facebook, and it looks just the same as what his car does in real life. I like that, and I think I've seen you in something like that as well.
Yeah, I've done a few that are similar to the real cars we race.
Right, and I like the kind of the spray paint duct tape look. That's cool. You got all these guys going chrome and doing all that stuff, and then sometimes you got the guys throwing it in what it really looks like on the thing. And, hey, respect there. I got to love that. So we are 2 laps to go here. Let's see. We got any? Nope. Rocky Battenfield is way ahead. So we're going to see if Corey can throw it in there in that transfer position here. As they come around to the white flag, Dan, like you said, I think Rocky Battenfield has shown he is pretty fast here. And I don't know if Corey's going to have what it takes to get around him here. What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. He went to the bottom. Oh, he's going to bounce it off the wall.
Nope.
Might kill his run.
Yep. I think that did. So that's
that locked her in.
I really do. Yep. That and sometimes, man, I've even said it to you. You hit that wall and you just can't get off of it. It's like super glue, And then you see other guys like I've seen you tap it and you gain momentum. It's like, how do you do that? I just can't. So Rocky Battenfield. He takes the checkered flag. Tyler Jackson in second. Jonathan Brown in third. In fourth, Ronald Piles. In fifth, Ryan Stillwell. So he gets transfer position. Shane Yates in sixth. And I did not see the rest of it, so I do apologize. But we are now. Is this the final heat here?
This this is Heat 5, and then part of the reason I missed you there is I was listening, being told in my ear here that the B main or the DC and B main have all been inverted. So
No.
the guys like Brad finished sixth, he will start in the back of his B main.
Okay. So making it even tougher for him.
Making it even tougher for him. Yep. But it's the same thing for everyone.
Absolutely, so. You're 100% correct there, and hey, there's that's part of it there. So. All right, so now
did Barrett Bishop come back?
Well,
I don't think he did.
I think
no, he's not in here.
Not
so
make it
Dominic,
here, so. Go ahead, Dan. You wanna? Or yeah, I guess you don't have the screen up in front of you. So we got is that Milo Velez in starting in your pole position there, or how do they do this? Does the third place just pull up into pole?
He'll pull up. Yep.
Okay, so this is going to be confusing as all get at here for me. So we got.
You go third, then second, then fourth. So Dominic Merkley will start on the pole.
Then we got
Milo
Velez. Yep, will start second. Then we have Marcus Brown starting third. Starting fourth, Tyler Clement. Starting in fifth position, Richard Green. Starting in sixth, Tyler Merkley. Starting in seventh, Christopher Carmen. And starting eighth, James Vinning.
It looks like a couple people didn't grid up, so it might have
Richard
to go a lap or two
Vinning,
before it clears out. Just looking at it, and some of those names are
it looks
not
like we
in
got
here.
6 guys here. So this field is all a little mixed up here. So bear with us here. We'll get the right names in the right places here before you know it. And they're on it. There we go. So Dominic Merkley takes a commanding lead there in the front.
Cars on the wall.
So Dominic Merkley, Milo Velez, Tyler Clement, Tyler Merkley, and Christopher Carmen. In how many are they taking 5 out of this one as well?
5 out of this one too.
Okay, I didn't know. So really, you just don't want to be that last guy on this one. And you know what, Dan? 9 times out of 10, that's this guy.
I'm not used to finishing last.
No, I didn't mean you. I meant me. So we'll see if Milo Velez has what it takes to get around Dominic Merkley. He's looking to the inside, looking to throw that slider. Does he get it, Dan? I think he's going to pull this one off. It looks like he is fast on that bottom line, faster than we've seen other people here. But no, like we said, the momentum takes Dominic Merkley into first for another lap here. But Milo Velez is going to throw a hard one there. Come up on him. Dominic goes down. Who's going to get the momentum on this one?
Watching the transfer battle right now. We're 3 wide for second, just like the lead. Looks like the track's coming back to the bottom a little bit more.
So here we go, 3 wide for the lead. Getting into each other, going around and about.
Oh, he's going around.
We got Milo Velez coming up in first place. Tyler Clement in second after all that. Tyler Clement, a good little distance there. So it'll be interesting to see if he can reel him in. It's going to be a hard one. So we'll keep it on back here. Boom! John Deere says, get out of here. He's plowing the fields and he's plowing the cars over there at the John Deere factory. That's sometimes you got to run like an antelope out of control on that. That's for sure. So the only thing faster than DDR, you know what it is, Dan?
What's that?
Lightning. I had to throw it in at one point for my boy Prilim in there. And, man, this is a spread-out field here, Dan. We got Milo Velez taking a very strong lead.
They're pretty spread out. We got a 3-second gap for the transfer spot. Looks like Christopher Carmen's going to transfer easily.
Yep, Dominic Merkley goes all the way. Started from the bottom, or started from the top. Now you're here. A little backwards of the rap song. I'm not a rapper, obviously, so I shouldn't even attempt that one. That was a horrendous attempt. I will say that, Dan. You're supposed to save me when I go to do something like that.
Oh no, I'll let you crash. It's more fun.
So we're 4 laps to go here. Milo Velez here taking a nice lead. Like I said, he's up second and a half, and a second and a half in street stocks is a long time.
Especially on this track, it's so hard to make up time on this big track.
Yeah, and when you get, I mean, they just happen to bump and grind into each other at the start of that race, and unfortunately, it's tough to gain the momentum back, like you said before. So it's been a fun one to watch here. Like I said, it's been fairly clean, and got to give it to the guys over here at the Outlaw Dirt Series. It's not been a bad running tonight. And how many cars did you see total? Was it?
Because they're in this heat. Not sure how many total.
So I think I know when I came in there was like 36 cars. So not a bad showing here tonight. So gotta be proud of that for sure. Can't complain when you have a good showing like that. That's a fact. Sorry about the flash there. I'll get it down.
44 cars.
44 cars on the showing tonight. So really good run out there for Chris and Steve and those guys. There's a couple other names I need to mention, and I will get to those. So we are on our final lap. Milo Velez still just a commanding lead. Just not going to be touched here. So, you know, that can go into a lot for not only momentum going into the next set of races, but for your ego as well. I mean, when you run up front like that, you have a clean race and you really put it up there. So Milo Velez in first, Tyler Clement in second, Marcus Brown in third, Tyler Merkley fourth, and Christopher Carmen there in fifth. Yeah, throw me a black flag there, Dan. So I apologize again. Looks like Kyler Weisenberger is going to start on the pole today, but waiting on a couple other guys to grid up, and I can give you a better rundown here. I made a mistake myself, so I do apologize to the Outlaw Dirt Series as I joined the wrong way. Again, just trying to hop in, get everything done, taken care of. Just got a little frazzled there. Gotta love doing that there, and so just waiting here to grid up. I will say if you're looking for any sporting news, anything like that in the realm of general sports, hop over to the boys over at Black and White Sports. That's a parent podcast of ours there. And as well, if you're looking for information on anything that we do, checkers and records, Black and White Sports, anything we got going on, the broadcasting here, it'll all be there over at www.bwsports1.com. That's www.bwsports1.com. So for all the latest and greatest sporting, motorsports, esports, and whatnot news, hop on over there to check that out. That's a selfless ploy from myself there, Dan. So just 3 cars in this one. Kyler Weisenberger going to take the front. Cody McKnight and Brian Orto going to be the 3 running in this one. And after this, we're set to go. What you said, we got 3 mains, correct? A B, C, and D. I do believe Dan must be taking care of the little ones there. Boy, it is a long pace lap here at USA. Nothing you can do about it. This is one of those fun things here. We'll take a look at the guys' paints here. There's Cody McKnight. and Brian Ordo there. So, excuse me. And they're on the loud pedal. They're off. Kyle Weisenberger is going to take the single file lead there, and it's obviously these three are going to transfer in, but you still want to run a clean race. You don't want to have any accidents. Don't want to get anything in your head to really mess you up, because that could really go forward into the next rounds and really just get inside you and cause you to have a bad one going forward. So you don't want that. Definitely don't want to see that happen to anybody. That is for sure. So Kyler Weisenberger in front here. Cody McKnight second. Brian Ordo in third there. They are running door to door, and I'm not sure why that is all backwards. So this is like Dan said, it is tough to really pass around this, especially as the track slicks off here and really gain that momentum. And for some of these guys, it may be a new setup for them, as this is a fixed setup, so they may have not ran it too much before. And you never know how much practice they got in before. But Cody McKnight there trying to work the top line and get around, see what he can do with some of that laid dirt up at the top, see if he can gain some traction and really reel in that 737 Kyle Weisenberger. Be interesting to see if he has what it takes to do it there. Halfway through the race, the same top three here: Weisenberger, McKnight, and Orto, going door to door here. Not door to door, more bumper to bumper. But still, they're making it clean. These guys could full send it into somebody, but it's been a clean one regardless. Halfway through, no change to the three. These three will, like I said, you just want to keep it clean, get a good line, figure out what you can run for that final, because this track is slicking off and can really get you some good practice before you do transfer in. So it'll be a fun one to watch as these three do find their way in. So 4 laps to go. Weisenberger there just running that slick there. Kind of an interesting line to run there. Not sure that's what I would do, but hey, he's much better than I am, that's for sure, because I try to find as much traction as I possibly can anytime I possibly can. They're coming 3 laps to go here, and I finally got my co-host back there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're good. So, Dan, this has been a long one, but hey, when you got 3 guys on the track, it's yeah, that's my fault. Can't do anything about it there. I'm going to take the blame on that partially.
That's all right. It happens. Actually, when you have this many cars, but if guys wouldn't have left, then we probably would have had a decent field for it.
Absolutely. Well, that was partially me. That's what I said. Whoa, and he hits did you see that jump there? I don't know.
I didn't.
I don't know how that happens exactly, but I do remember somebody telling me once, like, hey, once that track slicks off, watch around the, I don't know if it wasn't USA, but they said watch around the flag stand because there's a bump. And, Cody McKnight just smacks a bump there. And they're on the white lap here, the white flag lap. Last one here. Kyler Weisenberger is just taking a commanding lead there himself. Cody putting it as low as you can go, man. He put that nose right on the wall. Usually people put the back end on the wall, but he put the nose on the inside and kept it clean there. So Weisenberger up front, Cody McKnight in second, and Brian Orto in third.
They both should move on to the C main here. Man, it looks like there's only 4 cars for this one too. The top 4 from the C main will move on to the B main.
Top 4 from the C move on to the B.
We got a full field.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like
Everybody but me. Can you black flag me there, Dan? I am just a fantastic guy here. I can't apologize enough for messing that one up. Looks like I don't know. Yeah, Barrett Bishop is not going to be in this field. I don't know if Andrew made it back yet or not. It looks like he is not actually on the.
Daniel Worthington has left. He's not in this, so he might come back. Oh.
All right. So it looks like they're about to take off here.
Hopefully this should produce some good racing the way the track's looking here. It looks like 2 lanes have opened up.
All right, so we'll go through the starting field here. Starting first, you've got Cody McKnight. Starting in second, Brian Orto. Starting in third, Adam Scalia. Starting in fourth, Kyle Weisenberger. Starting in fifth, Topper Dugas. And in sixth there, Michael Thompson. And finishing off the grid there, we've got Benjamin Gonzalez. So not a bad field here. We saw these guys. A lot of these guys were fairly quick in there. They just couldn't make it through. Sometimes, you had a fast guy, but they got bumped out there. I know Scalia was up there for a run, and Kyle Weisenberger, he was pretty quick in that last run. He had a clean race. Obviously, it was a smaller heat, but hey, they ran it good. So total cars tonight, what'd you say, 42?
46, I think, is
46 total cars, Jeff, was the total, I believe.
I don't remember exactly.
So not a bad night for the Outlaw Dirt Series here. It's a first night for myself, so I do apologize for any bumps in the road here that I've had. I know I've had a few, but hey, it'll be fun regardless going forward here. And they're on the loud pedal. They are off and running here. And we'll see. It looks like Brian Orton.
We got a blinker.
Cody McKnight.
111.
Yeah, that's never a fun. Wow, we're going 4-5 wide here, and we'll see if these guys can hold it together as they go through the field. It's always tough to white knuckle it down the line there like that, Dan. Don't you agree?
Yeah, it's more fun when it's slick like this to me.
Going 3 wide with guys.
Especially going 3 wide. I mean, that's the most exciting, honestly.
It's exciting for a second, but after a while, my hands cramp up, and I need to take a breath. So sometimes I might need to back out of it because I know I'm not going to end up floating in front. So,
The more you do it, the better you get at it.
Absolutely, that goes with everything. Practice makes perfect, or I should say, perfect practice makes perfect. So. Let's bump it back up here. Sorry about that. So now we see Topper Dugas in the front there. Kyle Weisenberger in second. Adam Scalia coming up on the top. We'll see if he can take him around there. And boy, it's another clean one. I got to give him that. There might have been a little bumps there in the beginning, but
we got oh boy, he's in the inside wall.
That's once I say
he's
that.
Lose 2 spots.
And that's that total momentum, and especially as you make your way through these heats and these consolations, everything like that, you're going to see these guys that are a lot faster, and they're going to be really filing out those slower cars and everything, obviously. So the racing gets more enjoyable and a little more action packed as you get deeper into the evening.
You definitely drive a lot harder in a D or C main than you would in a heat race.
Absolutely, that is true.
I
And
want to miss the show.
the Kyle Weisenberger, he, like I said, he got a lot of practice in on that last one, and he is running down Topper Dugas in that 9:31 there as we come to the halfway point of this race. It's been a fun one so far. And how many go on through this one, Dan? What'd you say, 4?
Yep, top
So,
4.
so Cody McKnight there on the 4 here seemed to have a nice little run on it. It'll be I don't know if we're gonna have there's a good little gap there between the 4th and the 5th place runner, so it'll be interesting to see if they can bring that in or not. Go up to the Goodyear. The Goodyear blimp is in the stands. You know that, Dan? It's a good day. It's not the Goodyear blimp. It's the BW Sports One blimp. That's right. They're covering the action right now. Up in the sky. And look at that. It's Scalia coming down, but looks like, I don't know if he got a little too low there, Dan. Did you see that?
I didn't catch it.
Looks like Scalia came a little too low, lost a little momentum, and everybody else took off there. But Scalia seems to be reeling him in. Let's see if he's got what it takes to finally just push it up into that second place. Or you're a driver, do you really push it? Or do you you're in third, you have a solid run, you don't want to mess it up at this point. Do you kind of just keep it there and comfortable?
Personally, I would sit back, and if they make a mistake or if they get together, then I'm going to try something. But yeah, if I'm in the show comfortably, I'm not going to try to push it.
Because kind of run through this with me. Because if you finish third in this, where are you going to start? Is there
last place, there's 4th place finisher in this one will start on the pole in the B main, I believe.
Okay. So and then
the full field
so they're
invert.
inverting that. Okay, I got you. 10-4. So that completely throws me off. We got 4 laps to go, and I think Michael Thompson, he might be running that top line very well, but I just think it's going to be a little too late, even if he was catching up with him. Let's see, we got a gap of almost 2 seconds between Cody McKnight and Michael Thompson, so that's going to be really hard to bring in with 3 laps to go here, Dan, don't you think?
It's starting to fall back a little bit, but it's a pretty big gap, so I don't see it happening unless he makes a really big mistake, like hits the wall or something.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, you get connected to that wall, you end up hitting that, something like that, and yeah, you could really come down on it. But man, I'll tell you what, Adam Scalia looks to be reeling him in every lap. He's using that slick to his advantage because, man, he is fast going through it. But then he just about gets his nose chopped off there. But coming out of that slick is when you really lose the momentum on the low side. Am I correct?
Yeah, you will lose. Yeah, you lose a lot more momentum than the top does because the top's still got a lot of grip in it.
So now Scalia has the opportunity to go up to the top side here. We'll see if he can reel in that 737. He wants that second position. He's not giving it up. Not now, Dan. No way, no how.
At the nose there, he's going to try to hold it there.
We got 1 lap to go. This is the final lap here. Man, it's been fun tonight. I got to give these guys some credit. Steve, Chris, they have done a decent job putting together a decent field here tonight for everybody's entertainment.
Oh, definitely. I think they always do a good job. It's just they haven't had the numbers that some other leagues have. But I think we gave them enough exposure tonight to let people see how they run their show. So,
and Dugas does take that one, and I apologize. I didn't see the other 2. I know it said Scalia was there in third, so we had Dugas, Weisenberger, Scalia, and McKnight. So McKnight will start on the pole, like you said. It's going to flip there. Scalia, Weisenberger, Dugas, Yates, Haldane. There he is. There's your boy. And I completely I have lost my spot there. There we go. Cody McKnight, Adam Scalia, Kyle Weisenberger, Topper Dugas, Corey Boudinot, Cameron Linder, John West, Justin Velez, Dominic Merkley, Shane Yates, Brad Haldane, and I don't think the other 2 showed up there in the back. Nope, Donald Depew and Peter all gone. So Brad's going to start in the back here. That means he would have started on the pole. Am I correct there, Dan?
I think he would have. Well, let me look.
So there's Cody.
He would have started third.
Okay. There's Cody
Just like
McKnight.
I said, he normally would have started third, but because of the invert, he's going to start dead last.
There we have Scalia, Kyle Eisenberger, Topper Dugas. There's that beautiful Corey Boudinot. I know I'm not saying that right, and I will get with him to get that because I sound terrible with that. Cameron Linder, John West, Justin Velez, Dominic Merkley, Shane Yates, and Brad Haldane. Did you like that?
It's pretty cool, bud.
That means no.
No, I'm sorry. They got race control and stuff talking, and I got people typing to me, so got like 3-4 things going on. But
Dan
no,
is a popular man here. Gotta love it. So we are about to hammer down on this one. You got the lovely pace laps here. You can't ask for anything more when a driver's just sitting here ready to go. You're ready, and you're pacing around USA for what seems like forever.
Oh man, it's grueling.
Pace car is off. They're off. Adam Scalia gets Cody McKnight gets a heck. No, I'm sorry. Jeez Louise, that is Adam Scalia. Adam Scalia gets a heck of a jump, but not enough to keep it there.
So we got a car turned around.
Cody McKnight, where'd you in the back there? Oh yeah, Kyle Weisenberger. Yep. Topper Dugas there coming around, but then again, like I said, Adam Scalia really turns it around there. Adam Scalia pulls it up in front there. Cody McKnight in second, battling with Topper Dugas, and Shane Yates there in fourth in the transfer spot right now.
Three-wide battle.
Justin Velez coming up in that transfer spot, trying to get up with Shane Yates there. We'll see if he can get him there. And it has been, I can't say how many times it has been a fun one. Bailey Hip wants to know if we're going to be doing interviews. I would love to do an interview, sir. I'll do an interview after. We're on the Checkers and Wreckers Discord, though. I'll hop over to the Outlaw afterwards there, and we'll get in with you guys. We'll have a little fun. I won't do an after show on this one, but you can always check out the Checkers and Wreckers after show on Wednesday nights. That happens about what time, Dan? About 11-ish?
Yeah, 11:15.
As I said, that was an interesting one last night, wouldn't you say?
The race was, I thought, pretty good for as many cars.
And Scalia into the infield wall there, and man, they're gonna all go around him. Topper Dugas is ending up in the front there. Cody McKnight, Justin Velez, Shane Yates still in that transfer position. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I just saw Scalia. He had a heck of a run. He was really pulling up something, and then he ends up in that inside wall there. Now we got a three-way battle there for the second position. But yeah, go ahead, back on that race there.
I mean, as slick as it was with, I think, 22 or 24 cars that made that feature, and it was a pretty good race. I think it was, 2 or 3 cautions?
Yep, not much here, and you know what? Got to give it credit here. I haven't seen too much slop here, so great shout out here to the guys over at the Dirt Outlaw series. I got to give them credit. Always enjoy watching some clean. Rubbin's racing. Don't get me wrong. There was 74 car doing a little bouncing. Do you see what I'm saying? That if they're running that top side, man, right over there, it seems like they get some heck of air there. It looks like a little bike jump. Watch Topper here. They're running the top.
I'm watching her. I'm wondering if it's because she's hitting the wall or if it's a bump.
No, I think it's a bump in the track because every time I've seen somebody up on the top there, they have just like I said, ramped it, and it's like there's a.
It didn't happen that time. I'm wondering if it's bouncing off the wall or maybe blinking out. Maybe. I'm not seeing her bounce.
So now I know your middle name, sir. Aren't you so happy?
You know my middle name?
Yes, I do. Your wife just was yelling at your son, and I heard it.
Oh, I got you. I can't hear her, so that's funny.
So Topper and Justin Velez going at it right now. This is a good little battle here as Justin is running kind of the 3/4 line above the slick, but not the top line right there on the wall as to get caught up and hit that bump. So, I think Justin sees that bump is there and does not want to get around there. So that's for sure. That speed bump is going to slow you down. That's for sure. But Topper right on the bumper there, Dan. Let's go back to Cody McKnight here as Dominic Merkley. We saw him have that incident in his heat, but he is making his way up. He is going to try to do everything he can here to put it in the show with 5 laps left. We'll see if he can reel in Cody McKnight here. We'll follow this one for a minute as,
Brandon Wall.
So let's see, looking from this angle, it's a whole different perspective. The more and more you switch these angles up and look, you see stuff you don't necessarily see before or, anything like that. So, like I said,
it's crazy what you won't see in the car, and then you go back on the replay and watch it.
Absolutely, and we almost see the 111 of Cody McKnight, come down there on Dominic Merkley as they are going to just really push this one to the limit here with 4 laps left. We see the Topper Dugas and Shane Yates kind of getting into it there, getting a little sideways, but no position changes there. They all stay clean and keep going there. But there we go. Topper kind of hitting that top wall. They're going to go around. They're going to make their move here, and we're going to see if Dominic Merkley can make his way into that final transfer position. Going low, going to try to throw it, get up on the side here of Topper. Can he do it? Yes, I think he can. I think he's going to Topper's going to have the momentum coming to the line there. So with 2 laps to go, we're going to see if this is going to be a good battle here for the transfer position, Dan.
Top 5 transfers, so I believe they're all in. That is for 5th, isn't it?
I thought it was 4.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So no, they're all in.
Okay, well I'm over here ranting and raving. I thought it was top 4 there, so we'll get it situated here. Man, but they are definitely right. Exactly. At that time, you don't want to battle too hard for that 5th place position because if we look back, Scalia has. I mean, he's a good length away there. So these guys are going to go 3 wide. Oh, whoa! The 111 about gets down on him. That was a close one there. But, looks like Justin Velez is going to take this one to the line here, I do believe. Yes, Justin Velez, Shane Yates in 2nd. Topper Dugas there, and Cody McKnight there. Nope, Topper Dugas. They couldn't figure it out there. So Dominic Merkley, Cody McKnight there in 5th on your transfer spot. So good, another good race there, Dan.
We're getting ready to go here. We got a 30-lapper.
All right, Dan is strapping in. He's putting on the VR. He is getting ready. He's telling the kids to back away from the rig. It is time to strap in. We're getting dirty for 30. That's right. The Dirty 30 pack here. Nothing better. You're going to need a shower after this one, Dan.
Yeah, the track was reset, so it's probably going to be
this is going to be 4, 5 wide, just going extreme, don't you think, Dan?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're going to see some pretty aggressive driving early on.
We got grip everywhere. Grip to the left, grip to the right. If you want to drive dirt, there's grip tonight, baby. Let's get it on. I am a wild man, I'll tell you that. Dan doesn't know what to do with himself. He's just lost. It's like, what the heck did I get myself into? What am I doing? That's what Dan's saying, everybody. That is what Dan's saying. So we'll run down the line here because we got more. We got Bailey Hipp starting on the pole. Kevin Dedman next to him. Starting 3rd, Jim Rivas. Starting 4th, Rocky Battenfield. In the 5th position, Milo Velez. In 6th, Alex Cummings. Starting 7th, Steve Robbins. And starting 8th, RJ Packer. Starting 9, Tyler Jackson. And starting 10, Tyler Clemens. Starting 11th. Sorry, I'm going to get all mixed up here. Next is Tyler Bushy. And starting 13th, Thomas Eskew. Starting in 14th, we have Jonathan Brown. Starting in 15th, Marcus Brown. Then we got Josh Reinerson. In 17th, Dana Worthington. Starting 18th, Michael McKay. And in 19th, Ronald Piles. Starting 20th, Tyler Merkley. Starting 21st, we've got DCJ. That's the guest host there. Starting 22nd, we've got Brenda Duell. Starting 23rd, Nick Van. Then we got Ryan Stillwell, Christopher Carmen, Justin Velez, Shane Yates, Topper Dugas, Dominic Merkley, and Cody McKnight.
If I get a top 3, do I got to interview myself?
I will interview you, sir. All righty. So we are getting ready to go here. The pace car is about to pull off. Dan, you got any words of advice for everybody?
Oh, enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show. There you go. Kevin Dedman makes it to the line before Bailey Hipp there, so it's going to be interesting what they rule there. But needless to say, they are ready to go racing here. Bailey Hipp going up against Kevin Dedman. Bailey Hipp makes it back up to the front with a little nose length there, so nothing out of there. But then we got Jim Rivas, Rocky Battenfield, Alex Cummings, Milo Velez, Steve Robbins, Tyler Jackson, Thomas Eskew, and R.J. Packer there to finish off your top views, man. Boy, this is going to be a fun one. They're running 2 wide. Dan, we got a lot of guys coming. We're going to pop in Dan's
caution.
Oh, we got a yellow flag. We're not going to go under yellow for that yet, but yeah, we'll see what we can get going. Kevin Dedman takes the lead, takes the position, and we'll start on the that number.
Everybody's trying to be pretty clean though,
Bailey
so
Hipp has it.
It's a good start.
Bailey Hipp does have the position there. So Bailey Hipp is going to be your front runner here, Dan. So when you get up to these guys, if you're able to make it up to the Jim Rivas, the Kevin Dedman, the Rocky Battenfield, the Steve Robbins of these guys, is that where you're gonna is that where that roadblock kind of starts? These guys are extremely fast. I mean, do you think you can pull it up there? I'm looking around. We got some world-class drivers. We got a lot of A's and some B's. Man, we got some talented drivers in this race.
This is a really tough field. It's going to be really hard to pass. You just got to pick your line and hope it works, really.
So,
as long as you keep yourself clean, you don't want to hit the wall or make a mistake, you know.
Bailey Hipp just swinging his car around there, putting that butt in front of Kevin Dedman, showing him, hey, I'm here. I'm doing it. Lap 4 of 30 already. I think, we got one more to go, Dan, pace.
I do believe I picked up a few spots on that, though, but it's pretty bottom heavy.
Let's see if the pace lights are still on, so it looks like maybe they'll go off here come the...
We should be going to 1 to go here.
All right, looks like the pace lights will go off this time. Calling for the 1. Yep, 1 to go here, 1 to go. Caleb Ramsey is on the show, but hey, why are you not in this? Katie, hello. How are you? You know, we may have to get together sometime, Katie. I've seen some of your stuff there, and you do a fantastic job. So maybe you and Checkers Records can do some talking there. So I don't know if you're familiar with Katie there, but she does some work, I believe, with VLR, and I saw she was in the Powder Puff race. So congrats. That's a good thing to do. I like that coming into iRacing. You know, you don't see that too much. He fell asleep. Caleb Ramsey, shame on you. Hammer down. They're on it. Bailey Hipp's going to take it away. Excuse me, and run in front of Kevin Dedman. And as we look back here, man, it's going to be an exciting one here. We got 3 wide action four wide action. I'm sorry here with Rocky Battenfield. Man, this is going to be exciting. Wow, Rocky Battenfield, Milo Velez, Tyler Jackson, Alex Cummings, all these guys fighting. We got three guys fighting for one spot here. It is absolutely a very entertaining race here. We're going to pop in Daniel Cummings. Oh, we're under yellow. Every time I say that, Dan, we're under yellow.
And the way this is going, we may be under yellow a lot, bud.
Where's the wrecking coming? Because I'm watching the battle, and up front here we got a little 3-4 wide here. So,
well, the guys are just driving it in the corner wide open. I don't know. That was pretty bad though. He just ran him over. I watched it. It was right next to me.
You always get a little nervous too when they're right next to you because you know they could come into you at any point. Am I correct?
Yeah, I'm really, being in the midfield, you really got to drive a little defensive. At the same time, you got to keep your offensive mindset. So you want to go forward and not get run over.
So I'm looking on the hood of your car. I was expecting to kind of show off a certain podcast, but you ain't got it on there anymore, bud.
On the hood, it's on the side, I believe.
I don't know what one that does to get there. So
the front suspension.
There you go. Yep, still can't see it, but there it is. Why don't you tell them what that is, Dan?
Wreckers and Wreckers. It's a podcast on Sunday morning.
It's the best darn one you've ever listened to, isn't it?
Hey,
You're not supposed to laugh, Dan.
If you guys tune in on Sunday, you'll probably up his views by at least 3 or 4. I mean.
Oh, geez, you like to give me a
make
hard
him
time.
Happy.
Somebody take this guy out of the race. Somebody just door him, please. I'm begging you. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, man, if you didn't run for me on another league, I'd be out for you every race. But you know what? I'd have to catch you first. That's the fact. Are we about to go?
Well, we'll see if we can continue moving forward. We're up to 14th already.
Up to 14th, Izzy. What'd you start there? 20-something? 21st?
Something like that. 21st, I think.
It was 21st there. So, hey,
I think we've had 3 green flag laps. So if we get a couple green flag laps, I might lead this thing.
Hey, sometimes I've seen guys crawl up through it doing that. So, you laugh about that. But hammer down, they're back on it. And Bailey Hips take command again against Kevin Dedman there. So we're going to go back to this 3-4 wide action here is let's see, I believe that's Milo Velez there in that 49. And then we got Rocky Battenfield behind him in the VLR in the 97. They're coming up, man. We got 4
There's
wide.
Another crash.
Got another crash here. Let's see. And it did go yellow there. So under another yellow, it could be a long feature.
We're going to go single file on restart now.
One third down. Single file lineups. But hey, you know what? These guys they've shown us a great race so far. They've really put it to it, and I'll tell you what, it's been fun to watch so far. So congrats. I gotta, like I said, shout out to the Outlaw Dirt Series. They've done a fantastic job, and really kind of up my expectations here, because I'm not saying this league, but I have seen some leagues in the past. This is not one of them, but there is some leagues there that wow, it makes me question. I'm not going to mention anything, but this is not one of them. This is a very interesting, and it's always fun. Like I said, you got the likes of Bailey Hipp, Kevin Dedman, Daniel Cummings Jr., Rocky Battenfield. Those are just some of the names. Steve Robbins. Some of these names that I've seen throughout my short time here on the dirt side of iRacing. But hey, the point of Checkers and Wreckers is to bring the motorsports community into your house. But right now during the off season, what better than to bring iRacing into your house? And broadcasting these is a great way. And we really want to kind of get these guys interested in more of the drivers themselves. That's why we do the after show at about we'll say 10:45 Wednesday nights. So there's an after show. It might get a little dicey. It might get a little what's the word? Rated R at some points. But hey, these guys are going to come in. They're gonna duke it out. They're going to talk about that race live on air, and they're going to tell each other what problems they had with each other. And then the next week, they're not going to go door to door and want to kill each other on the track until something else happens. So, I do see it as a good thing. Hopefully, everybody else sees it as something fun and entertaining. But I want to get these iRacers more known because, man, they put on a great show for all of us, and they just don't get the notoriety as these the real track racers. So a lot of these guys could go door to door, and they are off. Bailey Hipp with a great start, and with a single file start, it is really hard to be that second place guy and really get on them. So Kevin Dedman does what he can, and going to try to really stick with Bailey Hipp here. But we'll see if he's got what it takes there. And we'll go back here because we got a little three-wide action. Had a little three-wide action between Rocky Battenfield, Jim Rivas, and Milo Velez there. So this is a little interesting battle here for fourth. Like I've said multiple times, three guys going for one spot. It makes it fun. That's for sure. So, I am probably not like any other broadcaster you've heard. I like to I'm a little crazy. I'm a little nuts. My wife would tell you the same thing. So bear with us here. I hope you enjoy it for what it's worth. I'm trying to have a fun time. Hopefully you are having a fun time. And we're going to get in Dan's car here. Dan, take us around the track here.
Going on here.
Take us around the track. You got the mic. Walk through what you're doing.
We're going to slide into one, little brakes, drive it through with the throttle. Don't want to overcorrect it. It's nice and easy. Drag race down the back stretch and get into three about as hard as you can.
Do you ever start like pushing your rig, like, come on, go, baby?
Oh man, if I had some oars, I'd be over here oaring away.
Right, exactly.
Actually going down this long straightaway, man. It feels like forever.
So there, I mean, you see, this is real stuff. So the driver, he's gonna get dirt in his eyes. He's gonna get all this, and then here in a second, I'm sure Dan's gonna do a good old tearaway because, man,
I'm famous. I do a lot of tear offs.
Boy, I'll tell you what, you're driving with more than I would because I can't stand a big clump on my windshield. But hey, this is a real world. You're gonna get that in the real life racing here. So Dan, do a tear off for us real quick. It's a yellow flag. Let's see what it looks like when you pull that tear off. Because it's like the most relieving thing in the world when you got 4 or 5 big old clumps of mud on you. Dan's in VR, so it's probably not.
You?
Yeah, hit a tear off.
I am. I did.
Oh, yeah, no, not at all. So maybe it's because it's a camera, not actually your in-car. This camera's getting covered. So there, boom, it's tore off. Just like that, I just switched to another view. That's the difference, though. It just goes from that to clear. See, I'm learning new things every day. I didn't think that, hey, that's a camera in there. But, hey, we're lap 19 of 30. Bailey Hipp, Kevin Dedman, Alex Cummings, Jim Rivas, Milo Velez is your top 5 right now. We got Tyler Jackson, Rocky Battenfield, Thomas Eskew, Steve Robbins, and Tyler Bushy finishing out your top 10. Dan, hop in that top 10, please. Come on. Giddy up, baby. Giddy up.
You're going, bud.
Yes, Katie, I do. I love what I do, and I hope that does show because I'm having an absolute blast. And I like I said, I really hope it's infectious. I hope it gets you guys laughing at least. Maybe I'll do a view next time with me so you can see me like really getting into it because I do. I'm fist in the air. I'm about standing up, and it's one-way harassment when you're in this thing. You know what I'm talking about, Dan?
Oh, man, that was funny.
I had to think of some way to put it in there, but really, I mean, gosh, I can't pump up, please.
But yeah, the famous roadblock you're talking about, I think I hit it where these guys are a little faster than the guys I was passing. So unless we get some green flag laps or they make mistakes, I'm probably not going to go too much further. You know, we didn't get enough green flag laps. It didn't tear the track up, so it's still pretty one lane.
There you go. Sorry about that. My little girl came in here. She said she was cold, so I had to get her blanket there. So, Gotta love the little ones. That's what the future of racing is. She likes to watch the iRacing, so I'll let her every now and then. And they are on it. Hammer down action. Lap 20 of 30, 21 of 30. Sorry, Bailey Hip, Kevin Dedman, Alex Cummings, Jim Rivas, and Milo Velez. Still your top 5. And Alex Cummings there trying to make a move on Kevin Dedman. Just couldn't get it done there. And like you said, Dan, it seems like this has kind of gone to a one-lane show here. We'll see if some of these guys can pull up because it looks like Battenfield is going to try. He's running like a midline here compared to everybody's low line, and he's going to go low, see if he can maybe throw a slider on the Tyler Jackson there, and boom! Guys, that's exactly how you got to make the pass in these street stocks. He didn't do that dirty. He just did it right. You got to go up there. You got to put a door-to-door with somebody, and he's going to end up getting the momentum there. We'll see, I think, through this turn. Yep, he's going to take the position there, so hats off to Rocky Battenfield. That was a great move, sir. Daniel, you fell back to 16th. I told you to go forward, bud.
Car's not turning, but I think it's got some damage from that caution there.
Yes, it happens. That's the luck of racing. And, boy, I'll tell you what, if there's a possibility of somebody getting into an accident, if something happens in front of you, you kind of got that racer's luck, man. It's like a magnet. Sometimes it's just like, boom, there's Daniel. There he is. So nothing against Daniel. He is a world-class driver, not a actual world-class driver. You're an A licensed driver, but, hey, you're going to get there eventually. In my mind, you are world-class, sir. That's what I will say. And, boy, oh, boy, Kevin Dedman actually, so I apologize to Alex Cummings. He took the second position on Kevin Dedman there, and Kevin Dedman falls back. So then we got Jim Rivas, Tyler Jackson, Rocky Battenfield, so out of nowhere, and I have no idea how I missed it, but Kevin Dedman had some incidents there, and with 5 laps left, and the yellow flag comes out again. Where are you at? This is the DCJ check-in.
They're back to 14th, bud.
14th. Hey, not bad, Dan. You started that 13th. So with damage on the car, it's not turning. You're doing what you can, and it looks like the car in front of you is in the same position you are, bud. So nothing too bad out there. But, hey, when you got a guy hosting from the track, not much better than that. Us at Checkers and Wreckers, we're trying new things here. You don't always get to see this, so hopefully it's as interesting for you as it is for us here because we'll show not often that you get to see somebody's cockpit and stuff like that. But look, I've only got one thing of dirt on the camera now, so you can see kind of the difference there. And really, it does make a difference. These guys are constantly hitting their tear-offs, stuff like that to get that clear view. And Marcus says it's a demo derby out there.
There's a lot of guys talking right now.
When you say talking, you mean like are they talking to each other?
Well, we've got race control. We've got guys talking about being wrecked.
And then you got me screaming at you, "Where you at, Dan? Where you at?"
Yeah. So there's a lot going on. So,
and Caitlin,
but yeah, it's pretty interesting to do this. I hope everybody's enjoying watching it because it's a little different.
Absolutely,
not something I'm used to.
Hey, that's what you get when you get me. You get different, and boy, when you're racing with DDR, you get different too. Because hey, you ever take an F1 car around this track, Dan?
Not USA. That'd be a little different, but we've done some other dirt tracks.
Hey, maybe we'll do it tonight. You never know. We'll look out for dirt track F1 cars. The boys over at DDR and Checkers and Wreckers might throw one up. You never know. You gotta be on late though for that action because we don't just put that on for every Tom, Dick, and Harry, do we?
Well, we don't mind
That's
as long as you don't come in there and wreck everybody and whatnot.
Oh, dude, you're running F1 cars on dirt. You're gonna wreck people.
I mean, you know what I mean. If you're out there trying to wreck people and stuff,
absolutely.
then yeah, we're gonna get rid of you. But if you're out there trying to race and you're trying to figure it out, we're willing to help.
Absolutely. They're back on the loud pedal. There it is. 4 laps to go. Bailey Hip takes a commanding lead there. Alex Cummings in second. Jim Rivas there in third. We're going to see. This is going to be a good battle for third here is Battenfield. Man, he's really showing. We'll see if he can put the door on number 8 again.
For another caution.
And, got another yellow
flag.
Get
us green, white, checkered.
GWC. G. Hold on. GWC. the green, white, checkered, everybody. That is what that is.
The way this is going, we might have to do a post-race show.
I don't know if my son's going to allow me to do that tonight, but boy, I'll tell you what, I can't say it enough. Man, that was so much fun last night, and I really hope you all tune in to Checkers and Wreckers. Not only Sunday, but man, we go live kind of, we're sporadic throughout the week. We got some more things planning on going on. We got our buddy Jacob Prilliman. He's going to be doing some stuff with us. So we're looking forward to the new segments we're going to have there. We're going to try to make some exclusive YouTube stuff there too. So man, we're going to have a big year here, and man, you're part of the team too. You're driving with us, and you get to talk to me every day, and you get to put up with me. So I appreciate you dealing with that. But like I said, back to the F1 cars at on dirt there. Not that I wasn't saying and everybody's allowed, but we're late night rebels. We're not doing it at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. That's for sure. It's more of the 1 a.m. thing. So we got some guys. Come on, Alex. So we got your cousin Alex Cummings up there. The people were wanting him to have some fun. Kevin Dedman comes up, gives a little love to Bailey Hip. So Dedman not too happy, man. That's he comes all the way up from what, 8th, 7th, just to say, hey, I don't like you, not tonight. Or he's saying, hey, right on. But I doubt that. Not after that. So yeah, this is a very. Is it gonna end under yellow, Dan? Because it's saying final lap, and
we're going green here, green, white, checkered.
Like I said, it's the GCW or GWC. I'll have to get that on. So Bailey Hip, he's been in command from flag to flag, but we'll see if Alex Cummings has what it takes to get him here around on this green, white, checkered start. As they go around turn 4 here, they're speeding up. They're on it. They're on the loud pedal, Dan. They're off. Bailey Hip takes a great little lead here. And Alex Cummings, we'll see. He's going to run that low line a little lower than Bailey Hip, but we'll see if he has what it takes to get around him here for the win. Dan is even Battenfield is giving it a heck of a go here. So, boy, they're not giving up anything now. Battenfield comes around. He ends up taking the spot there from Eskew. We'll go back up here to Cummings and Bailey here as
that's the finish.
A battle for the lead.
All right, hang on. I'm going to see if I can help get these guys in Discord.
There it is. Like I said, Bailey Hip, flag to flag. Alex Cummings, Jim Rivas, Rocky Battenfield, Tyler Jackson, Justin Velez, Thomas Eskew, Steve Robbins, Kevin Dedman, and Shane Yates finish up your top 10 with our guest, Daniel Cummings Jr., finishing in 13th. But, hey, nothing wrong with that, Daniel. You got a good little crowd there of guys, and hats off to you because you were running with damage through some of that, so not the easiest thing to do in the world.
Yeah, it's a good group of guys up front there. I think most of the crashes were behind me, so.
Are you able to get people over, or should we move over there now?
Give me just a second. I'm going to see if I can get, Bailey Hip, Alex Cummings, and Jim Rivas. Give me 1 second.
So we're trying to get the top 3 finishers here. I think Hip might be in here as well. Nope, I'm wrong there. So bear with us here as we try to get our top 3 in here. Tonight's race brought to you by BWSports1.com. That's right, www.bwsports1.com for all your sporting needs. Check out that website. They've got everything. We got the guys over at Black and White Sports. They're talking sports from basketball, football, baseball, wrestling, everything except racing, because that's what the boys over at Checkers and Wreckers do. So hopefully you know us by now. We are the boys over at Checkers and Wreckers, and we love entertaining you. Hopefully you had a good, fun night with us tonight. Like I said, we're trying to get the top 3 in here. I had fun with you. Like I said, hopefully you had fun with us. I'm pointing at the camera because I'm so used to being on a live podcast. But, hey, we'll do it eventually. Dan, are you with us now?
Yeah, if We're gonna jump over to the Outlaw Discord
Sure.
for the interviews. They're already in there.
Hello there. Do we have Mr. Rivas with us?
Yep, I'm in here.
How are you tonight, sir?
Doing good.
So that was an interesting race there. We saw a little some yellows there, but hey, you held it very tight up there through that entire time. So congratulations there. Kind of go through some of those restarts there, as that's really where positions were won and lost tonight.
Yeah, I'm an advent. Hold on a second.
Yeah, it was just a lot of cautions. Couldn't really get in the groove of anything, but all in all, I had a blast racing with Bailey and Alex up there, and Rocky, he got up there, and Milo, he was up there for a while too. I was having a blast.
So that's the next question I had there was Rocky Battenfield, man, to not talk to a guy on the podium, I have to talk about him because I'm sure you were looking at him in the rear view. Did you ever think that, man, he's going to end up getting on my quarter panel? He's going to get me here at all?
If we'd had more laps, I'm pretty sure he probably would have got me because he took to the high side and I still stuck down kind of low. And the high side was just I want to say the high side, mid side was just starting to come in when we got that green-white checker there. So, like I said, all in all, I had a blast running with these guys.
Absolutely, and hey, it was an entertaining one for us to watch. Like I said, sometimes you get some yellows, and that's just racing there. But myself, I like to watch how these guys restart, how you guys file off there. So I had a fun time in the booth. I thank you guys for doing that for us. And now you got the mic. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to sponsorships? Anybody making it happen?
Oh yeah, I gotta give a shout out to BladeNode.com. They sponsor the car and our league. I gotta give a shout out to Junk Fabrication 72, DJ Racing, Team Dirt Warrior for all the work we put in on our sets for our league. This is the first fixed league that I really ran, and Outlaw for putting it on. You guys for broadcasting, man. You guys did a great job.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And now we are with our second place finisher. Alex, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. So, Alex, we saw you. I mean, you were tearing through that. You did a great job really holding it up there the entire time. I thought at one point, especially off that restart, that you were going to get side with Bailey and take him there. But just not enough power tonight, not enough momentum. Was it due to the one-line track there, like Jim mentioned, that midline was kind of coming in there at the end, but it really seemed like that one line was stronger than the other.
Yeah, for the most of the race, it seemed like it was just a one line. But there at the end, that kind of middle above the top was, or middle above the bottom was coming in. And then I was able to catch him, but I wasn't really, I guess he caught me asleep on that last restart. I didn't know if he was going to go green or not.
And that's the tough thing about single file restarts. Sometimes, you get to that place and it's hard for that second guy to really jump and get that fire and run side by side with him, especially on a green-white checker. But, man, you did a fantastic job tonight and kind of just run through the track. I know you said it was a little one lane, but not the slickest track in the world. And a lot of guys, to a lot of guys, that's what they want to see. But with these dirt streaks, do you prefer a slicker track there?
I think it just depends on the track. I think here, once it gets slicker, it can get a lot more racy. If we do have a few more green flag laps, I think it'd been a pretty great show there at the end. But just sometimes how it goes. But big thanks to Chris and everybody for putting this on and reminding me about the league. And I had fun tonight.
There you go. Well, hey, it's your time now. You got the mic. You got to give a shout out to any sponsors, anything like that to make it happen.
I just give a shout out to my teammates over at Bulletproof Motorsports. Thank Chris and all the guys over here at Outlaw for putting this series on. Thank you for broadcasting, and congratulate to Bailey on his win.
Well, there you go. And now he set it up perfect there. Bailey, you got a copy?
Yeah, man. You got a copy?
Oh, yeah. You were excited for me to do some interviewing tonight, weren't you?
Yeah, I reckon, man.
So, hey, I'm familiar with your name. You ran flag to flag up there up front. Nobody hit your hip tonight, no pun intended. But why don't you go through, I mean, kind of you were looking in the rear view more than anything else tonight.
Yeah, man. Race is pretty good tonight. Me and Kevin had some pretty good racing going on at the start of the race, but just couldn't get no good green flag laps in. I'm pretty sure that Kevin would have gave me a good battle. I think me and him got tangled up going into one right there. I'm not sure what really happened. But the racetrack was kind of racy tonight. One lane choice most of the night, but started getting slicked off there at the end, but just ran out of laps, man.
So, like you said, you and Kevin kind of got tied up, and then we saw Kevin kind of come up before a restart under the yellow and give you a little, "Hey, how you doing, Tap?" Was that all in good fun, or was that a, "Hey, what the heck are you doing, Tap?"
Yeah, man, me and Kevin's pretty good buddies. We race all the time. He actually lives close to me where I live at, so we're pretty good buddies.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't have to get you guys on the Wednesday after show or something like that to air it out there. So just checking on you, making sure all that was in good fun there. So, hey, you guys put on a heck of a show for us tonight. Is there anybody you got to give a shout out to?
Yeah, man, I just want to thank my team, Dark Horse Motorsports, Hips Land Management, and for Chris and them for putting this show on. It's going to be a pretty good season, I think. I'm glad to start out and get the win, and for y'all for putting the broadcast on.
Hey, absolutely. Like I said, I'm always a fan to help out the iRacing community, and Dark Horse Motorsports, you guys aren't too bad yourself. So hats off to you guys, and congrats again on the win. You got to get that champagne out, spray it all over yourself, but hey, don't get it too messy. I don't know if you're married, if you got a girlfriend, you don't want to hear it after that. So that's the bad thing about iRacing. You got to take it outside to do that, right?
Yeah, man.
Hey, you can tell, like I said, I'm a crazy guy. Hey, Chris, do we have Chris in here with us? He's down in race control.
Beating and
Chris,
banging from.
Hey, can I interrupt you guys real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Hey, Chris, we're live here, so I just wanted to give you the mic real quick. So thanks for letting me broadcast. I appreciate it. And this was my first time, so hopefully it wasn't too bad for you. And but give a shout out to your league and everybody. Let them know what you got going on.
I got to give a shout out to all my administration, especially Steve Robbins. Steve Robbins is the one that pushed to get people to come in the league tonight. We got a few things we got to work on. Other than that, my wife especially also, because she tolerates me putting all the time into doing this. But other than that, I don't have anybody else ready to thank. We're just trying to get the league built back up to where it was.
Where can they find you at, and where can they find all the league information, bud?
We're going to look to try to improve this, and we'll take people's suggestions. We're going to have other leagues try to input what they think we need to do to improve. We just want to make it as fun as possible for anybody, and unlike tonight, it was a lot of caution, so that's something we want to eliminate, is getting a lot of the cautions out of there, so we want more green flag laps.
Yeah, I mean, you got that. It is, such as racing. But real quick, do you guys have a Facebook page, or do they just hop over to the iRacing to find your league?
They can find it on Outlaw Dirt Series on Facebook. The name hasn't been changed yet. It is under Outlaw Series on the iRacing page now, because we are adding a couple asphalt series to the league for the wintertime. But all the points and stuff will be found on iRacing and on the Facebook page.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you again. Like I said, I appreciate you letting me hop in here and broadcast your show for you. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate it. And we'll be back at some point, hopefully, to do it again.
Absolutely, man. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you guys for broadcasting, too.
Absolutely. Not a problem.
Well, thanks for putting it on. Show and the broadcast.
Absolutely. So Dan, whoops, I moved without Dan. Let's see if Dan can find me. He's pretty good about this. So we will. There he is. Dan, you got any final words there? Sorry for moving without you there.
I'd just like to thank Chris Carmen for letting us broadcast it. Of course, you for actually sitting here and broadcasting it, because obviously I'm a driver, not a broadcaster. But thanks for having me with you and along for the ride. And, of course, all my sponsors on the car: Hudson Transport, 22 to None, FEG, Suburban Auto, and, of course, Checkers and Wreckers and BW1 Sports and Daredevil Racing.
He'll get it right eventually. It's bwsports1.com. That is right, www.bwsports1.com. They brought on the broadcast tonight. They were nice enough to throw the sponsorship our way. So hop over there, www.bwsports1.com, for all your sporting needs. And you know what? You can even find out about your boys over at Checkers and Wreckers. That's me. That's howdy. So join us Sundays live, 11 a.m. Then we go live after the Wednesday shows as well. So there's just a plethora of stuff coming your way here from the boys over at Checkers and Wreckers. Thank you very much. I hope you have a fantastic night and an even better week. We'll see you Sunday. Actually, we'll see you Saturday. I've got another broadcast Saturday over. We got the broadcast in the Pricks of Pavement over there from the Monsters of Dirt. So join us Saturday night when I broadcast that, and then we'll see you live Sunday morning after that. So thank you very much.